Hey guys, what's up? It's Pika Chikorita here, and today we're going to be talking about a Nintendo Switch version of Luigi's Mansion. So, if you don't know this, Luigi's Mansion was a was a launch title for the GameCube back in when the GameCube was launched, and it was it was quite successful. So, uh, like 12 years later, they made a sequel called Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for the 3DS. But I'm asking a question, why not one for the Switch? And we're going to be talking about that. Now, Luigi's Mansion has always sold pretty well, but there's only been two. So, neither of the games really had their own identities. I felt like the first Luigi's Mansion was just the first Luigi's Mansion, it set everything that a Luigi's Mansion game is. And Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon was it was kind of like a return to Luigi's Mansion, like a return to it. But I think if there was one on the Switch, they would try to change it up and have some sort of main gimmick for that. So I would think that gimmick would probably be multiplayer. Multiplayer is it's like it's an extremely important aspect of the Switch. So a Luigi's Mansion game based around multiplayer would make a lot of sense. I'm not really sure how it would work, probably just multiple Luigis, maybe Waluigi or something, like different characters. Like what if you had, so you started out with just Luigi, and then you have Toad, then you can also play as Wario or Waluigi. Then Waluigi would finally be in a game. Not Mario, because he's been kidnapped again. And I would also like to see some sort of different-ish story, because Luigi's Mansion has always had the same story, okay? It's like Mario has been kidnapped and put in a painting. Luigi has to go save him. He's a coward, he's timid. That's why everyone loves Luigi. This is why everyone loves this game. It's all about sucking up ghosts. The game has always been about kind of a game. It always has felt like a game of hide and seek. Like, you have to go hunt down the ghosts and try to, find them and stuff. And then you just suck them up. What I was thinking is there would be some sort of, some way to expand upon that concept. Some way to expand upon the concept that they've already built. Like, the final bosses. I never owned a Luigi's Mansion game before, but I've seen the final bosses, and they're like big like bosses that you have to fight, and then you have to try to suck up King Boo. Yeah. So what if there was more kind of ish strategy involved? Like what if there was a Boo? So there's this, call him Bomb Boo. You can't suck him up, okay? But there are bombs in the room where you can pick up those bombs. You can pick up those bombs with your poltergeist and shoot the bombs at him, and then they hit him, and then you can start sucking him up. Like just a little bit more strategy like that. And I would also like to see some more open levels, because the game is all built around a big game of hide and seek. The original game was lacking in a huge world because of the GameCube's capabilities, but it still had a decently large world for the time. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon expanded upon that by having pretty much the same size mansion, but there were 5 mansions instead. But what if we had, why just mansions? What if we had I was thinking a haunted castle. That would be cool. Like a haunted castle where there's this big open castle thing where there's a moat, there's a courtyard, and then the courtyard is huge, so there would be boos flying around the courtyard, and you had to go try to find them in the huge open expansive area, which would be quite a challenge. And then you could have some sort of story premise inside the main hall or something. Just something like that. Like you have to go up to all the spires of the castle or something. Something like that. Something just a little bit more of a story. Like maybe there are some townspeople that live there. There's a town in there. And like they're being haunted by the ghosts or something. Like a little bit different of a story. Also think that this game, because it's on the Switch, will be huge. Like they can do so much with this game. Even the 3DS version had 5 mansions. 5. That's a lot of mansions. And the Switch is like, I don't know, like 20 times more powerful than the 3DS or something. Like, imagine what they could do. That would just be crazy, you know? So, like, if there was a Luigi's Mansion on the Switch, I would hope that it would probably be released this year, I would be thinking. I don't know. That's it for Luigi's Mansion. Make see you See all you guys next time. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.